So section number 2, to what does the prohibition apply? So now we're going practically. The prohibition of sharing applied to the following activities: cutting hair or sharing an animal. Cutting hair, right? Hair, I guess, on a human or sharing the animal, right? So next one is cutting nails, right? So with the implement, it would be on a biblical level. Forbidden is biting off is on a rabbinical level. Next one, C, removing loose dead skin. So right, and it's very sometimes it's very itchy, especially if you remember. So then now Shabbos, so all your attention is to that dry skin, and you would want to remove it. It's unbelievable. Removing the loose or dead skin, right? Next one, D, plucking fur, even from finished garment. So we have to be very careful, if somebody have a fur hat or fur coat, right? That's have to be very careful. But the way I understand it, it applies only to the natural fur. If it's like synthetic, like fake fur, so there is no problem, right? But we're going to see. Next one, E, plucking feathers from a bird. Plucking the feather from the birds, of course, the practical application would be in your plate. So if, for example, if you buy kosher chicken, so kosher chicken has the feathers, like sometimes a lot of feathers. It depends on the company. So we buy like a chicken specific company because some of them are doing a little better job than another. But the problem is, and not the problem, the reason it's not like they're lazy and these non-Jews, they can like sell chicken like perfectly clean, and Jews cannot, because they do it with steam, right? They apply the steam on the feathers, and then they can pluck out easily, right? But the Jews cannot. We cannot use steam because why? Because we have to remove the blood from inside, right? We have to salt it. So if you apply the heat, guess what? This blood is going to get absorbed, as we learned in the very beginning almost of our class Kosher Kitchen, right? When we were talking about kosher and things. So we have to be very careful. So of course, I mean, these people in disadvantage, right? But okay, I guess don't eat the chicken skin. They just throw out, or so some people do not care. Whatever is it? I mean, after you cook it, it's going to be much softer. It's not so noticeable and stuff like that. Okay, no problem. So he said the letters elaborate on each category. Okay, so first one, of course, is cutting hair. It is forbidden biblically to cut even single hair. Here we go. Of any part of the human body, of any or of animal hide. So very, very careful. So these poor barbers, I mean, it's for these people to do teshuvah and start keeping Shabbos is very hard, because many times the most profitable day in Shabbos. Right, so when everybody's off, of course, people come on Sunday as well, but the whole week is more or less not so busy, right? But the two busy days is Shabbos and Sunday. So now for this, especially and Shabbos and Sunday, and then Fridays as well. So when you have to close earlier, okay, so. But if person looks at it, and if somebody explains to that person what is at stake, that he's going to get not get, he is responsible as it is, for cutting every hair. So I mean, if a person sensible, they would stop. They would find some solution to the issues. Okay, so again, the whole sentence. It is forbidden biblically to cut even single hair of any part of the human body or animal hide. The prohibition applies regardless of whether one cuts the root or merely shortens it. So, right, it's absolutely relevant. It is forbidden on Shabbos too. Number one, to take a haircut. Okay, that's clear. Number two, to trim beard or mustache. Okay. Number three, to shave legs and arms. Legs and arms. I think it's mostly for women. Mostly for women. Okay. So number four, plucking and unwanted facial hair. Right. It's also mostly. I mean, of course, it applies for men and women, but I mean, men usually don't pluck. I mean, maybe sometimes, but mostly not. Next on five, twist eyebrows. Okay. Next one, pluck hairs from the nostrils. I think it's mostly men. Okay. Also, have to be careful, right? And number seven, apply the deprecatory agent to any hairy part of the body. So, and before we discuss this, band-aids, right? So maybe I mean like the plasters. So when you have to remove it, you have to be very careful because inevitably, right? So unless you need to apply a new medicine or something, like leave it until the end of the shower. So let it fall off by itself. And unless you really need to replace it. Because why? It's because of this Melachah. Because inevitably you're going to pull out some hair, especially in the hands, especially men. Right. Continue. Additionally, there are numerous activities such as brushing hair with a brush that has hard bristles that are forbidden because they inevitably involve pulling out some hair. This will be discussed later in the chapter, right? So brushing hair, of course, it's not your intention to pull out any hair. That's understandable. But since as we said before, this term is psicration. Right, psicration, meaning, of course, you did not mean to kill the chicken, but you only cut the chicken's head. Right, of course, like the chicken is going to die. So same is here when person brushes his hair. So most likely, that's very, very possible, like to pull out some hair. Maybe this hair fell over before, and they were like hanging between the other hairs. Maybe, but it's huge. A possibility that he is going to pull out, or she's going to pull out a new hair. So that's why it is forbidden, unless, as he said, you use the brush, right? Not the comb, but the brush with the soft bristles. Okay. Continue. Okay. So next one, a question about brushing hair on Shabbos. So we did not get to it. It's like it's the next section, but let's see. If we use a soft bristle brush on big day, do we need to designate a different soft bristle brush on Shabbos? Yes. So it's actually right. So since the brushing is not like in general is forbidden, but with a comb for sure, with a hard bristle. Hard meaning like metal, right? They have make it from metal. It's forbidden because for sure it's going to pull out the hair. But they make the soft bristle brushes, and I saw a long time in a catalog, like I don't know, many years ago, and I was shocked. Because it costed like $60 back in, I don't know, many years ago. So today is like, I don't know, 100 or something, but like huge. And I was like, you serious? At $60 for this brush? And then I read the description. It has bristle from the boar, from this wild pig or something. So it's the best quality ever. You understand? So okay. So meaning what? Meaning if a person is going to brush with this kind of brush, it's if there is like an entangle or something, so it's not going to rip. It's going to like stop. Meaning right. So that's what we want. So if there is any resistance, it's going to stop. Right. But it's a first. First condition, and second condition, it must be like a designated brush for Shabbos. So meaning if person is using the same style like soft bristle brush on the weekday, yeah. So I have another one for sure. Very good question. So, but I think there is, of course, there is more to it, but we're going to learn it on maybe next time. I'm not sure if we can cover it in one day time. I'm not sure. 2 times.